Yep, I've got a question from John to kick us off and talk about that very thing Brian mentioned. He said, I found you guys recently and I'm realizing that I need to make some changes. I'm 37 and I feel so behind, especially after listening to last Friday's episode, How Real People Become Millionaires. Can I catch up? Is there anything specific I should be doing to help get myself back on track?
Well, quick true or false, Brian. True or false, 37 is old.
Oh, good. Thank goodness you asked me. I think it's young.
That's young,
Holy cow.
right? That's not old. So I think it's great, John. You're saying, hey, I'm at 37 and I feel like I've been behind, but I want to catch up. Is it too late? Unequivocally, the answer is no, it is not too late. Maybe you didn't make the decisions in your 20s or maybe the decisions in your early 30s that you would have liked to have made, but it's not too late because there is still some meaningful stuff that you can do. And I think sort of high level, like zoom out, big picture, here are two things that I think would be really, really helpful for you to figure out right now. Step one, assess where I am today. And now you say you're behind, you should actually figure out what does that mean. So I would encourage you, if you've never done a net worth statement, do a net worth statement. Start right now today. If you want to use our template, you can go to learn.moneyguy.com to see what your starting point is. Well, then once you've determined your starting point, I would also encourage you, figure out what that goal is that I'm working towards. If you work through our Know Your Number course, which is also available at learn.moneyguy.com, you can kind of set the finish line, set the parameter for this is the thing that I'm working towards. Only after you know, okay, where am I going and where am I starting, can you then begin to assess, am I behind or how far behind am I or what do I need to do to not be behind anymore? But the great news is you still have tons of top opportunity, tons of time on your side.
Well, I hate if this was asked from the tone of I'm 37, I feel so behind, and then you ask us and we say, no, you're still super young. Don't take just our word for it. We actually have an illustration because we know the savings goal is 25% of your gross income. If the team will put that up on the screen, what you'll quickly notice, focus your eyes on the green. Now, of course, we'd all love to say we started in our 20s because if you are listening to this or watching this highlight and you're in your 20s, kudos to you. You have the world by its tail, literally. But even for your 30-something-year-old self or 35-year-old, which is very close to your 37, if you can save 25%, you can quickly see you're well beyond 80%. If you can save 30%, because maybe you are feeling behind and you use that as energy or momentum to kind of motivate you to actually save a little bit more, you can get beyond 100% of your actual current income. So you're far from being behind. And then I'd also encourage you, and Bo kind of hit on some of this, focus on, he gave you the tools, the net worth statement, also the Know Your Number course, but kind of use this exercise of having the net worth statement to know what you can control, because there really are two main levers of catching up. Is either you cut your expenses, that's going to help you in two ways. It's going to allow you to have more margin to save and invest, but it's also going to create a smaller footprint. So when you actually do need to live off these assets, you don't require as much because you've learned what enough is for you and your family. The second thing is this saving and investing. How do you get more money in? If you can't spend less, then maybe you have to work more or figure out how you have to create or work harder or work better or smarter so that you're creating more income so you can actually put additional money into savings and investments.
What I love is that age 37, it is still, your money is still powerful. Brian, do you have the how powerful thing?
Oh, yeah.
We have a great resource, the
multipliers.
Wealth Multiplier. If you go to moneyguy.com/resources, this will show for a 37-year-old, for you specifically, what can every dollar that I invest turn into?
$10.
$10. So every dollar that I can put to work for me can turn over 10 times by the time that I get to retirement. So it is still possible at age 37. Now, you might have to make larger decisions than you made at 27, but you can still make small changes that have the opportunity to have a big impact later on. But don't wait. Start today. Take it seriously today, and your future self will thank you.
Yeah, and that's the key thing. Procrastination is not your friend. Don't, just because you feel like you're behind, don't take the route of saying, well, I'll just wait and this is something I'll tackle after I get through this messy middle phase of life. No, this is not a situation that improves over time. It actually gets worse. So take today to be the moment of change.